Okay, we're putting my funny videos on hold, my funny videos, and we're doing another scary reacting video because you guys love them and you love putting me through hell, literally. I do it all for my fans. Hey, number one, I'm fully aware, I'm actually so aware that I wore this sweater in the airports video that I made, but that was like 3 weeks ago, and you know, it's a new day, it's a new... Number two, did I say number one? I don't know. Number two, I have been trying to film this video all day and I literally couldn't because it is the day that TanaCon went down in flames, RIP. And I've just been on Twitter, there's been so much drama. I hate myself for keeping up with, but I've been keeping up with it. And also, it is a scary video, and you guys know that I'm not a big fan of the scary videos because I'm a chicken and I get scared, but you guys seem to love them, and that's why I'm doing it. That's what I'm doing, so. Also, it's 1 in the morning and I am dying. I'm dead, I'm greasy, I look like trash, and you guys are gonna have to deal with that. So, I don't even know what stories I'm gonna do yet, but give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and we will get right into it. I have the reading skills of literally a 4th grader, so I am so sorry for that. And to the people who sent me these stories, I'm so sorry that I'm about to fuck them up. But now let's get into it. This first story was sent to me by Kiki Kramer. One time, I was home with my mom. We were the only 2 people home in our 3-story house. I was hanging out with my mom on the 3rd floor of our home when I decided to go downstairs and check on my phone. I went all the way down to my bedroom on the 1st floor to find that my phone was laying out on my bed. I noticed that I had gotten a call from one of my best friends. When I called her back, she asked me if one of my other friends were over. I told her that I didn't have anyone over, and I asked her why she would think that. She instantly became frantic and began accusing me of messing with her. I kept repeating myself over and over, telling her that I wasn't lying, and that my mom was the only other person in my home. What she told me next was one of the most unsettling things I've ever heard, and honestly sounded like it came straight off Reddit. I'm actually pretty sure there's a Reddit story quite similar to what I'm about to tell you. Apparently, when she had called me earlier, someone picked up. All she heard on the other side of the phone was someone heavily breathing into the phone. I asked her if it was possible that maybe it was just the air or a glitch, but she said it had to have been someone on the other end making that noise, that it sounded too real. She found the breathing so scary that she put the call on speaker and brought it over to her sister, who also agreed it couldn't have been a glitch. That's why she asked me if I had a friend over, because she thought maybe one of our friends was pranking her. Obviously, when I heard that, I instantly began to freak out, as well as my friend on the other end of the call. How could somebody have answered the call when I left my phone downstairs for the past hour by itself? I made my mom come all the way downstairs and search around my room with me. We didn't find anyone or anything. Another creepy thing is that I plugged my phone into charge before heading upstairs to hang out with my mom. The fact that I found it laying on my bed is a little weird. I know many might say my friend was messing with me, but I know she isn't the type to do something like that. To this day, whenever I bring up the story, she gets super freaked out. It honestly scared her much more than it ever scared me. Okay, well that is creepy because this could either be paranormal or like a murderer, which honestly I find murderers like more scary. Don't get me wrong, like I find paranormal things scary. Don't fuck with me, ghosts, wherever you are. I mean, you're not here because you're not welcome. But yeah, murders are so scary. So this literally could have been someone in her house. I just got the chills. That's so scary because honestly, anyone can be in your house, anyone can be in my house, and we would never know. Like, I've seen so many stories of like people living in people's houses and like the families in the houses didn't even know for like months. Like they live in the attic or like an abandoned closet. Like that's scary. So that story was sent in from Kiki Kramer. Again, every story that I ever read, their links are in the description if you want to DM them and ask them any questions or whatever you want to do. So yes, thank you, Kiki. The next one is sent in by Cynthia Davido. She actually doesn't have Instagram or anything, so that stinks on ice. It is titled, "A Ghost Tried to Kill Me." That is a scary story in itself, but let's dive right in here. I've always had paranormal stuff happen to me, as a 5-year-old child up until now, and I'm 24, married with a 3-year-old toddler boy. This story happened when I was 16 years old. I was a very good child and teen, besides the fact that I hardly listened when my parents would tell me to go up to bed. It got to the point that my mom and dad finally just would let me stay up super late until I'd crash. Anyway, I had this best friend I'd known since the age of 8, and we were inseparable. Our birthdays were 2 days apart, and we were always together, and when we weren't, we were either texting or on the phone until 5 a.m. And then she says, by the way, I'm homeschooled, so that must have something to do with the story that she's homeschooled. One night in particular, I distinctly remember we were talking about unusual things. Twilight, Robert Pattinson, My Chemical Romance. Everyone in my house was asleep. It was roughly around 3 a.m. and my TV was off and had a glow-in-the-dark stars on my ceiling, which was my only source of light in the bedroom at this point. My best friend and I were laughing about stuff when all of a sudden I heard the bedroom door crack open. Mind you, my door was quite hard to open because my carpet was very thick and you'd have to literally push my door open in order to get out. So I heard the creak and looked directly at my door, but of course it was dark and I couldn't see much. I put it in my head that I might have left the door half open and maybe the ceiling fan that was on at the time made enough wind that it creaked. So we were still talking for about another 20 minutes when the air in my room started feeling thick, and for some odd reason, even though my ceiling fan was on and I could still hear my best friend on the other end of the phone, everything felt as if it went completely silent. Though my best friend was talking, I couldn't speak. I suffer from anxiety and panic disorders, so of course I know possibly this could have been a panic attack, but again, the house this happened in was very active with paranormal activity, and this wasn't something new that happened to me. It happened quite often, just that night was the scariest of them all. Anyway, I started panicking, of course, and my best friend started saying my name because she was talking and yet I wasn't responding. She thought I hung up. As I heard her say, "Cynthia, are you still there?" Literally within seconds, I felt a hand grip my neck and start to squeeze super tight, and I wasn't able to breathe. Ew. The only thing I was able to do was press the buttons on my phone, and then my phone hung up. I could see a black figure above me, and I still feel this tight grip on my neck, as if it was trying to crush my throat. I started flinging my hands, and it did nothing. The black figure was still there, and I still had the sensation of being choked. My best friend was trying to call me back, and I couldn't answer the phone. This went on for about 20 seconds. That's not such a long time, but it felt like hours. I was finally able to get some words out, and I remember muttering something, and the figure was gone, and the choking sensation was also. So I answered my phone in tears, and my best friend was tripping out, asking me what happened. I told her, and she was seriously spooked out. We stayed up until the morning, and once it was daylight out, I hung up on her and stood awake for my mom and dad to wake up. My mom was first to wake up, so I ran to her and cried and told my mom what happened. She screamed because she was able to see finger marks on my neck. She took me to the bathroom for better lighting, and I kid you not, there were actual fingerprint marks on my throat, like we could see the placement of where the thumb was, and the index finger, and the middle finger. Literally see the placement of each finger, including like the lines that are inside your palm and fingers. After that night, I would never sleep in complete dark, and I would always go to bed at like 11 p.m. latest. We owned our house, and my dad was infatuated with it, so he never wanted to move out, but my mom, older brother, and I encountered something paranormal almost every night in that house. I have more stories about this exact house, other stories about past houses I've lived in as a child, and a super creepy story my mom, uncle, and aunt experienced when they were children, and my mom's stepdad passed away. If you're interested, I can send you some more. Okay, so a ghost literally tried to kill her. She seems like she's very in touch with the paranormal, so if you guys want to hear more stories from her, leave it in the comments down below. Again, she doesn't have a social media, but that's insane. I don't even know what to say, honestly. Imagine feeling like you're being choked and like trying to justify it, being like, oh, maybe it was a panic attack, and then looking and seeing handprint marks on your neck. That's gross. Okay, so I was gonna do more stories, but for some reason I literally can't speak today, and I don't want to make you guys, but for some reason I cannot fucking speak today. Like, I don't know what is going on with my mouth, but it's just moving too slow for my mind. You guys, I have so freaking many stories to go through. Like, it's insane. I never thought I was gonna get this many, honestly, but like I have like honestly hundreds, and I actually already have some started for like my next like few videos. So like there's a lot of content here. I know you guys love that, so be excited. I'm so scared, honestly. I'm so freaked out right now, but I'm just gonna try not to think about it. There's one I did in actually one of my recent reacting videos. The ghost like returned, and like I can't wait to do that one because it was like one of the scariest stories I've read, and like it returned in this person's life, and like it's gonna be great. So be excited for that. I want to do these more often because honestly they're really easy. Just right now it's late and like I can't talk, and I want to get a video up for you guys because I know you guys enjoy them, especially the scary ones. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I don't know why I did that. Like, what was that? Oh my god. And yeah, until next week, I will see you guys next week. Bye!